Hey everybody, Ruth Frey with Keller Realty Infinity with another Tuesday video. We're talking about the weekly market snapshot for residential real estate for the week ending April 11th, 2022. So that it goes up to this last Monday. These are yesterday's numbers. This is from Midwest Real Estate Data, which is the MLS that covers Northern Illinois. So you are talking about up to Wisconsin, down to central Illinois, from Indiana over to almost Iowa. Let's get started and see what it says. Residential closed listings last week were at 2290 versus the week before, or the previous year at 2720, and the week before at 3024. We are still seeing a real buyer's market. Residential listings under contract were more than last week at 4160 versus last week at 3881, and last year at this time we were at 4220 or 4255 compared to 4160. So we're pretty much even with that. Residential new listings were up higher than last week, but not as high as last year. Last week, we did 6,516 new listings compared to the week before at 5,868. Now, if you compare this week's listings compared to last year at this week, you're at 7,606 versus 6,516. So there are less listings year over year, but it does look like we may be getting a few more listings in some areas. So holler out to Kane County and Kendall County. Will needs to catch up a little bit. Residential rented listings, we were down to 505, and I expect that. This is not the beginning per se of the month, versus last week at 960, which makes sense. Last year we were at 837, and a lot of people were moving around during the pandemic out of the city into other areas. So that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. This is residential active and temporary. Residential open houses were higher at 2382 last week versus the week before at 2124. Now, I understand this a little bit again. I'm starting to see more agents do first look open houses where they're hoping that 25 people come through and they get 22 offers. And I will just say as an agent to anyone who is looking to buy or sell in this market, do not panic at all if you don't get 22 offers or 32 offers, or I've seen ridiculous amounts of offers on some properties. Do not panic. If you get one solid good offer, take it, work with it, and see what you can do with it. Just don't panic, because that is totally just not the way that normally things would go. This is the impact of COVID-19 to real estate showings in MRED. Residential sold price. We were at 295 last week, which is higher than last year at this time at 279,450, but lower than last week at time at 310. So part of this, it might be the fact that interest rates keep going up, which means people's buying power may be a little bit lower. And if that's the case, interest rates, if they go up a little bit more, will only benefit the seller's market, because you want it to be a little more even. We want like a balanced market, seller, buyer. So if interest rates go up just a little bit more, it's not a horrible thing. It will help that more people are putting houses on the market. So we just need to everybody needs to take a deep breath, because it's going to be okay. And this is residential rented price. We're at $1,900 a month, which is more than a lot of people's mortgages, even with the rate increase. And last year at this time, we're at $1,700. And last week, we're at $1,813. So rents have gone up to almost $2,000 a month for rent. So I'm just here to say, if you can pay $2,000 a month in rent, really talk to a mortgage broker or financial advisor to see what you have to do to get your buying power ready, so that if you want to buy, you get some equity in your purchases. Remember, when you're renting, sometimes people need to rent or they want to rent, and that is totally fine. But if you're paying $1,900 because you think you can't afford a mortgage, that's more than a lot of people pay in their mortgages. So just keep that in mind. Lots of programs. That's it for this week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at realestateruthie, RUTHIE, at gmail.com. Keller Williams Infinity out of Plainfield, Illinois. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.